Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Radcliffe. I'm a federal correctional officer at USP Hazelton in Brewston Mills, West Virginia. I'm also a first lieutenant in the West Virginia Army National Guard at the 111th Engineer Brigade at Eleanor, West Virginia. More importantly, I'm a husband and a father of two little boy and a girl, 8 and 2. I want to tell you a story about a woman. She was babysitting one kid, one-year-old boy, and she had her own little boy, which was approximately 8 months old. It was lunchtime. She was getting ready to feed him up food and whatnot, and she had bought macaroni and cheese for both the boys in the little plastic containers and whatnot, and just chucked it in the microwave. So she started feeding the boy that she was watching, babysitting, and he was eating the macaroni and cheese. She started feeding her son, and the first bite he spit out. She didn't know what was going on. So she grabbed another bite and fed it to him. He swallowed, and he ended up spitting it, puking it back out. His face got red. He got hives all over his face. His lips and his tongue and his mouth had blisters all over it, and he was having trouble breathing. She ended up taking him to the emergency room. She's like, "What's going on?" Well, she found out that her son was allergic to milk, eggs, and tree nuts and peanuts. I'm here to talk about food allergies and their effects on children and adults alike. Approximately 15 million Americans are diagnosed with food allergies. They can run the gamut from mild, moderate, to severe. That means that approximately 1 out of every 13 children will have a food allergy at some point in time in their life. That's approximately 2 children per classroom. Between 1997 and 2000, we've seen an 18% increase on the amount of food allergies that have been diagnosed in children and adults alike. They don't have any correlation to why this is happening. It's still unknown. Approximately every 3 minutes, someone goes to the emergency room for a mild, severe, or moderate food allergy issue, being in contact with food, or even say you go to the roadhouse and you got a peanut allergy. There's peanut dust. You can have a reaction there. Approximately over 200,000 people go to the ER every year after having an allergic reaction to some sort of food they're allergic to. The 8 main foods that people are allergic to, along with children, you got your peanuts, tree nuts, milk, eggs, wheat, soy, fish, and shellfish. This accounts for 90% of all food allergy reactions. Let's go to the reactions. Most reactions you'll see are skin irritations. You'll have hives. Some kids and adults will blister up. Some will have difficulty breathing. And then, like the woman's little boy, he ended up vomiting up his food that he'd been eating. And it can also lead to reduced blood pressure, which this can lead to fainting, and sometimes it's fatal. Like I said, the reactions can go from mild, moderate to severe. And severe, they have a word for it. It's called anaphylaxis. That's whenever your body starts shutting down because you come in contact with a food that you're allergic to. Food allergies are the leading cause of outside medical allergens. Of course, when you're in the hospital, there's also latex allergies and allergies to antibiotics, and some people are allergic to anesthetics. Teenage and young adults are the highest age group for fatalities caused by anaphylaxis and food allergy. And it's crazy because anaphylaxis can happen without any physical signs, like signs of hives, anything like that. They can eat the food, and then next thing you know, they're on the ground and are not able to breathe. There's different kinds of testing they can do. The skin patch test. skin prick test, which what they do is they take different allergens, food, wheat, grass, animals, and they put them on little, kind of like little pins, and they put on the individual skin, and the bigger the red circle, the higher the reaction is to that allergen. Then they also can do a blood test, which they take blood and see which allergen they're allergic to. Then there's the oral food challenge, which that's mainly done in the hospital setting. That way, if there is a allergic reaction, you have hospital personnel that can take care of the situation. And then also you have the trial elimination diet, which you give the individual a little bit of food, and if there's a reaction, you totally eliminate that food from the individual's diet. The different medications you can use for individuals with food allergies, antihistamines, that'd be your Benadryls, your allergy medicines, things of that nature. And then also they have the asthma medications. That helps with like your inhalers and stuff like that for your breathing. And then the one I brought today is epinephrine. It's the EpiPen. You pull the blue tab out, and you jab it into the meaty part of the thigh. I'll pass this around for you guys to look at. Just pull the thing out, just shoot yourself with it. The main thing is if someone's having a severe allergic reaction, to use the EpiPen and dial 911 to get emergency assistance. The risk factors: children are at a higher risk if their parents have a food allergy or like an asthma reaction. And it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic. It covers all the races and ethnicities. And the food allergy can begin at any age. Most of the time, it starts when they're younger because that's when the parents and everyone's trying new foods for the children. Can you outgrow allergies? Of course you can. Peanut and tree nut allergies. Most people that have these allergies, they're going to be lifelong. They're going to carry these with them for the rest of their life. Approximately 3 million are allergic to peanuts and tree nuts. That number has tripled between 1997 and 2008. Cow's milk, eggs, soy allergies, typically they begin in childhood, and kids and adults alike usually grow out of that by the time they're age 16. Fish and shellfish, usually these individuals have these allergies. These are also a lifelong allergen. Approximately 6.5 million people are allergic to fish and shellfish. There's no cure for food allergies. The best thing to do is read your labels. If you know a place that you have a child that is allergic to a certain food, just don't take them there. And some of the packages that you'll find, it'll list all the ingredients. Hey, the ingredient's not in there. But you look at the bottom, this food was processed in a place that had this allergen in it. And a lot of the packages are like it, which is really good. But avoidance is the best policy for food allergens. Anaphylaxis is spelled ANAPHYLAXIS. I spelled XVIER. That's my son Xavier. Thank you.